The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Nelson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 61 yards.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that and help drive them down the field.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Back to throw. Kramer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's 2nd and 3. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Thunderbirds are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
takes it all the way down to the 32. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On first down, Bonds, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Gilmore. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back to throw. Gilmore. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking to throw. Gilmore. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Armadillos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of an MVP caliber season. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he's up over 3,000 now on the year. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Kramer working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And this one's incomplete. You look at this defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Nelson. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Kramer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Operating from the gun, Kramer. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Terry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Looking to throw. Kramer got his tight end. That's complete. It's Terry. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
From the gun on third down, Kramer. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Gilmore. He finds his man. Complete. That's Alvarado. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Gilmore. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Gilmore. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 10-yard line.
Off play action. Gilmore. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on 1st down. Now they take a sack on 2nd down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Kramer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Kramer. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Kramer. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Kramer. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake. Gilmore under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Kramer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off play action. Kramer. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in his spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alvarado. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll send a receiver in motion left. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Riverhawks trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. The Texans continue to make their case to be a playoff favorite as they're able to up their record to 7-3 with the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. Play your game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run on first down. Bonds. And he's got some space here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bonds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Gilmore. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick here is good, and it's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Throwing to start the drive. Kramer.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Up the middle they go. It's Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Off the play fake. Kramer. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slip there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
Wide open receiver complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Kramer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First down goal at the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Kramer. That's caught at the 2. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. From the 2 now, second and goal. Operating from the gun. Kramer. He's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coach.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Thunderbirds have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Nelson.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Kramer. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Back to throw. Kramer. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. London about set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 2.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 1st down, Bonds. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bonds. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Bonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run on 1st down. Bonds. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Bonds. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Bonds. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kramer
getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2nd and 10.
at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Kramer. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, Nelson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Thunderbirds look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and a yard.
The gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw. Hopkins over the middle. He's got Watkins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Hopkins. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Hopkins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
The try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. London about set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Second and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on first down. Nelson.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nelson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nelson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Louisville, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for London, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.